Hey guys, so I'm back and I am so excited about this haul. I don't even know what to do with myself. I've been waiting to do this haul for the longest, but I was waiting for one more product to arrive and then I realized that I have a couple more coming. So I will film those later, but for now I'm not going to hold out any longer. I'm going to share with you some very exciting things that I picked up from MAC, Tom Ford, NARS, and Gucci. So let's just jump right into it, alright? So I'm going to start with just a one-off thing. I got the Amrezy palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And if you don't know who Amrezy is, she's kind of a Instagrammer. You know, she does makeup and she's really good at what she does. She's not a YouTuber at all. She keeps it all to Instagram. And she teamed up with Anastasia Beverly Hills to create her own eyeshadow palette. And Anastasia also did an eyeshadow palette with, is it Dress Your Face? Or is it... Her name's Tamara, but I forget if she's Dress Your Face. And then Maya Mia, who I also love. I love all those girls, but I decided to get the Amrezy palette because the colors in this palette sang a little bit more to me than any of the other palettes. And there are 5 matte shades and 5 shimmer shades. And I haven't really played with this, but just touching the matte shades, you can feel how silky they are. And Anastasia is actually going to release her whole line of eyeshadows, single eyeshadows that her daughter helped. Well, her daughter pretty much was the brain behind that whole eyeshadow range. And a lot of the eyeshadows are already here, so you're going to be able to get most of these in single form. And the formula, it seems really nice and creamy, so if you want to see a review video, swatch video of this, then let me know. And I'll probably try to do a look as well because I really like the palette and there are 2 more to select. So if you don't necessarily love the colors in these, I think these are deeper, more sultry shades. Maya Mia has lighter shades and then Tamara has different shades. So that's the one-off. Then I went to Sephora and I grabbed the Becca, what is it called? Ombre Nudes Eye Palette, which has 5 shades of neutral shade colors. Neutral shades, 5 shades of neutral shades, 5 neutral shades. So there are 5 eyeshadows here that range from like a peachy ivory shade up to a deep dark brown, and they're all matte in finish. So think about the Naked Basics palette. Actually, let me grab that. So this is the Naked Basics 2 palette, which has those deeper, more taupey shades that matches up with the Naked 2 palette. And I got this one because I thought this suited medium and deeper skin tones a little bit better. Some of the shades aren't really deep enough to really be blend-in shades. They still come off a little bit too light on my skin. So this palette actually would suit darker skin a lot better. The highlight shade is not too ashy or too light to be ashy on light darker skin. So I think this palette is a dream. Let me show you a couple of the shades. So I have 5 fingers, so I'm going to show you 5. So those are the 5 shades in the palette. And they're very smooth, very creamy, and they do pack good pigmentation. And because they're matte, you can use them. You see they still show up pretty nicely and they seem like they're gonna blend pretty nicely. And because they are mattes, you can use them on your brows as well. You can use them to deepen up different looks. You can use them in a variety of ways. You can just grab this palette and then like a colorful palette and you're on the go, because you can then use this palette with all different combinations to do a nice, you know, pulled together eye. You don't need to grab a bunch of highlight shades. You have everything here in one. And then also from Becca, I grabbed the Shimmer and Skin Perfector pressed in the shade Champagne Gold, which is one of their new shades. And I don't know for sure if they're going to keep this around as a permanent shade or if it's just a limited edition shade, but it's the shimmery icy gold shade and it's very smooth, so it blends out very nicely on the skin, so you won't have to worry about like glitter chunks. It's a very smooth, refined shade, and I think this will work great on deeper skin. It will give you that nice golden highlight without being too intense. And a good thing to do is to actually apply these with your fingers and blend it into your skin. Your fingers kind of work a little bit better than a brush, but a brush works fine as well. But this is such a pretty shade. So this is one that I would recommend getting for darker skin. Lighter skin might find it a little bit too yellowy, especially if you have pink undertone. But if you have golden yellow undertones, this is so pretty. Darker skin, dark skin will have to be a little light-handed, but it's still so pretty. And then sticking to Sephora, I kind of went back in something I said. I went and got some more of the Ardency in Manuka Honey Enriched Pigments. These are their eyeshadows, and I bought a couple before and I just didn't love the shades. One of the colors I kept, which was Royal, which is this beautiful royal purple color. It's so gorgeous. This they don't recommend for use on the eyes, by the way, but they're pressed pigments, so they can get away with saying that because they're meant for use on the face, not just on the eyes, because they're not eyeshadows. So I picked up the shade Heaven and Peacock. I really went in for Peacock because I have this idea to do a peacocky eye look, where I use this this duochrome kind of teal brown, red brown shade on the center of the lid, and I just needed to pick up that shade because I don't know, I saw it swatched and I've just been dying to get it. So I went in to get that, and I ended up picking up a couple more of their shades. I didn't pick up the two that I brought back because I really didn't like how those looked on my skin, but I picked up a couple more shades and they're really pretty. They have this bright neon orange one and this bright pink one. These, again, even though they look like eyeshadows, are meant to be like cheek blush shades. So yeah, they trick you that way because you're obviously picking it up, think, oh, this is such a great blush color, blush eye color, and then they tell you it's blush. So it's like, really? So I'm gonna zoom in so you can check these colors out really quick. Aren't those pretty? So this is the Peacock shade, which is that duochrome that flashes teal, but it has this red and brown shade. Then the other shade right here is Hell. This is just a bronzy brown shade with a silver sheen to it. Then you have Heaven, which is a sparkly champagne shade. Then the pink shade is Punch, so that's meant to be used as a blush. And then the other shade is Tangerine, which is quite fitting. It's such a pretty orange shade. I'm going to use this on the eye anyway, but I know that would make a pretty blush. Alright, so I'm done with Sephora, so I'm going to jump into MAC, and they have their new matte lip collection that came out with a bunch of new matte lipsticks. And MAC has been on a roll with matte lips, and they've been really popular and selling out. So I think they found something that's really popular. They're going to run with it. And I picked up a few of the shades. This is Vie En Rouge, which is a matte bright watermelon shade. That is really pretty. And this one is styled in Sepia. Let's just swatch that one. Oh, this is a brown shade. It's a taupey brown. There's a little bit of gray to it, so that is a very interesting shade. I picked that up because I looked at it and I thought it was an interesting shade, and it'll be a nice nude shade on my complexion. It's an interesting shade because it has a gray undertone, so it's if you want to be avant-garde and have like that kind of look on your lips. And the last one, which one is this? Living Legend. No, it's not the last one. Is it? No, I don't think so. Living Legend, which is a it's a dark burgundy shade. Oh, that is gonna be perfect for fall. And then the last one is Pander Me, which is a nude shade. Let's see if I can remember these colors when I zoom in. Oh, that's a beautiful peach color. Oh my god. You guys are just gonna have to bear with me on remembering the colors. And then for their, what is it, Rocky Horror Show collection, they released this shade in Sin in the special edition packaging, but it's a permanent shade, so you can pick it up anytime. It's sold out like in a heartbeat, but I picked it up as a back to MAC, so I got it for free, so I'm winning. And that's also gonna make a great vampy shade for fall. And these are all matte, so I'm gonna zoom in so you can see the colors, because I know you're like, zoom in, child, let me see the color them, let me see them now. So hold on. So that's the shade Sin I was talking about in the Rocky Horror Show. And then this burgundy one, what was that one? Living Legend, I think. Yeah, that's the Living Legend one. And then this one is Pander Me. And the other one is Vie En Rouge, is this bright pink watermelon one I was telling you about. And then the other one is Nouvelle Vogue. Which one is that? Oh, that's that pinky one. This pinky one right there. That's a very pretty color. And then the last taupey one is styled in Sepia. So as you can see, they're very pretty shades. And even though they're matte, they seem very creamy. Not like shiny, slick creamy, but creamy to the point where they're not like a retro matte that is very drying and very uncomfortable. So I grabbed those from MAC, and then I didn't pick up any other thing from MAC because I'm not really interested. I mean, from the other, like the collections, I wasn't interested in those things, but the things I was interested in that I needed to get because I saw a picture from Fashion Week are the Studio Eye Gloss. And I don't hear anybody talking about this. This is pretty much a pro product because regular people aren't going to use this, but they are so pretty. They are very glossy shades, so it's meant to, if you want to do like a grungy look, so you do a smoky eye and then you put a little of this gloss on the center, and it's supposed to make it very shiny, shimmery, and grungy, and that's what they did on the runway. And the two shades they have are crap, wait name, Noticeably Noir and Lightfully Tauped with a D, yes. And these are sticky shades. And they have glitter in them, but the glitter is so pretty. I need you to see how pretty these are. This is the Noticeably Noir shade. You can see it's a black base with a multitude of colors. You have purple, you have gold, you have pink, you have red, you have green. So multi-dimensional and it's ridiculously pretty. And then the Lightly Tauped is a pale beige shade with green and pink and blue shimmer in there. And then here I have them swatched, and I want to say it's a very thick, it's not Vaseline because Vaseline has a little bit more slick to it. These are very sticky, very thick, they're very goopy. And you're probably like, why would I wear that? They're jam-packed with glitter already. Well, not jam-packed, but they have glitter in them already. And then if you pop glitter over them, because they're so sticky, they hold on to the glitter. So I'm going to do a tutorial with them for like a holiday look because I can just incorporate some glitter in there. So you might not just use them on their own. You might just use them as your glitter glue instead of using one of those crazy methods of applying glue. Just use that as your glitter glue on your lids. Oh my god. You don't even understand how pretty the glitter was when I put it on. You're gonna die when I do this tutorial. You're gonna just die. And then I know a lot of people have been asking if I'm gonna do a review for the Audacious lipsticks from NARS, the new formulation, the new packaging, the new everything. And I intend on doing a review and swatch video. But like I said, I have a couple more things coming. So I ordered a couple of colors that I was missing. But I'm gonna show you the shades that I picked up quickly if I can find them. I only want to find them. Oh, so the next one here, I'm gonna find it. So I have Deborah, which is a deep brown shade. Then this is Jane. They're all female names. And then this one is what? Jane, yeah, Jane I said. And that's a peachy, oh, so pretty. It's a peach toned nude. So it's a brown with peach to it, like a peach tone to it. And then this shade is, I should have opened these before I come on the people in camera talk about my things. Ooh. This one is in the shade Grace, which is a watermelon pink. Oh, it's so pretty. And the formula on these are really nice. They're really creamy, they're really smooth. And I've worn one of them. I think it was, which one did I wear? I think it was Jane that I wore, and it's so creamy. It lasted really well on my lips, and it looked, it's so pigmented. This one is Rita. So this one is Rita, this one is Grace, this one is Jane, and this one is Deborah. So oh my god, so pretty, right? So I'm definitely going to do a swatch video and a review for those, but if you want my initial thoughts, these are really good. They're really, really worth it. NARS did a really good job on the reformulation, and even the packaging is nice because now it's magnetized, see? Yeah, and it's a square packaging, so it fits nicely in storage. The only thing is there's no color, so you have to know the color. So there's no color sticker to tell you what the color is, similar to a MAC lipstick. Now, let's move on to the really fun things, the really amazing things I was waiting for before I did this haul. Oh my god, Tom Ford. Oh my god, so I was obsessed. I got a bunch of Tom Ford palettes, alright? So, don't ask me. I got 10% off, a $25 off, and I just used them up to get a bunch of Tom Ford stuff that I wanted. And the first palette up is, whoa, what you know? The Sahara Date. Wait, did that? Oh hell no, queer! It straight fell out. Tom Ford, you know how much for your things? Do you know how much are your things? Oh, you have to just drop out just so. Tom Ford, you're gonna need for go on better. Look out of something. Dear Lord, take the wheel. So I'm gonna need to glue that back in. So okay, Tom Ford, you pretty packaging, but you're not that secure. So but you know, some glue will fix that. So this is Sahara Haze, and that's the green tone palette. And I'm gonna do a swatch video for these. So I'm not even gonna try to make this video any longer by doing a swatch fest for all of these, because that would just take too long. And then I also got the, what is this one? Enchanted, which I picked up, believe it or not, this I picked up at a CCO. Now, for those who don't know, a CCO is a cosmetics company outlet which sells all the Estee Lauder. I can't speak today. I'm getting all tongue-tied. The Estee Lauder brands. So all the brands that fall under Estee Lauder's umbrella. So Tom Ford is under Estee Lauder. That was Enchanted. And then I also picked up this one, which I don't think you can get anymore in regular stores. And this one is Emerald Lush, which has the tealy blue shades. So pretty. And I was lusting after this one. I'm like, I wish I had gotten it. And then I found it at the CCO. I just went because I saw something there one time from Tom Ford. I was like, I'm going to call them and see if they have other things. And she was like, yeah, come in, they're here. Let me come, smear. And I got Orchid Haze, which is a neutrally rosy purple. Oh, this is pretty. This is a very subtle palette though. Very pretty. And Tom Ford eyeshadows, from my experience, although I want palette made it up, but from my experience, they're very smooth, very creamy. They just are very high quality products. And then the one I was waiting for is the Cognac Sable, which is so glorious. And this one it was back ordered, so I was like, Lord, me have to wait for it to come because I want that highlight. And it came, and hallelujah. And then also at the CCO. So the CCO, you save on the Tom Ford palettes. Let me see if I can find the box. What if so the palette was $52.50. So I saved a lot on those two palettes. Actually, they're usually $79. Don't tell my husband. They're usually $79. Then I got this blush in Narcissus, which is one of the most popular blushes from Tom Ford. And again, I got this at the CCO for like $30-something, which is usually $50-something. So it's so vivid and so pigmented, so bright, so it's crazy. Use very little of this guy, but oh, Tom Ford, you're my baby. And then the other things I got were from Gucci. And Tom Ford and Gucci package their things in these little velvet sleeves. And Charlotte Tilbury could I learn from them, because Charlotte Tilbury like a plastic thing never. Even though the Tom Ford thing just fell out. So yeah, really, Tina, the Tom Ford thing just fell out, but the packaging overall is very sleek and very chic and very high quality, apart from the glue. The glue don't hold. Let me tell you no. Elmer's glue do not. Oh, let me forget some super glue, or what's that, Gorilla Glue. So do you see this? I got a couple. I got a few, not a couple. These I'm gonna swatch. The Gucci duos. Lord, I just said still? No. Alright, it's not swatching the best, but the colors actually show up much better than that on the lid. So don't just live for swatches alone. That's why I test out things before I tell you how I feel about them and show them, because in swatching them you can't really truly tell the quality until you apply them. But they're very smooth, very pretty. This one was Peacock, and I also got, come on, to the way. Oh, don't break, oh dear Jesus. I got Sunset, and I'm waiting for the quad that I ordered, which was Tuscan something. This one is Sunset, which is a bronzy, kind of orangey bronze or orangey copper shade, and then a dark reddish purple. And the last one I got, oh don't fall, was which one is this one? Malachite, which is a dark forest green, and then like a dark charcoal with a little bit of blue. I'll do a swatch video for these. I'm not gonna swatch them now because, like I said, I want to play around and I don't want to just, oh, here are the swatches, and the swatches them a little too proper. And then I got a lipstick. This, I mentioned this in an upcoming video. I ordered Hibiscus Thrill because it looks so pretty in swatches and on the website. And I got the shade 410, which I don't know what shade this is. Hibiscus Thrill is 400, this is 410. And this, if you can tell, look up Hibiscus Thrill. This is not Hibiscus Thrill. This is a rosy purple shade, which is not bad, but this is not what I ordered. So I'm wondering, no, I didn't, I wore the shade and I didn't love it. So it's a very pretty shade though, but I don't love this shade on my own skin. So what I'm gonna do is, I called them already and they told me just send it back and they'll swap it out for the Hibiscus Thrill. So I'm expecting the quad and another lipstick from Gucci, and I must say I'm gonna probably pick up a couple more things because I'm loving what I've seen so far. And Gucci really came onto the scene with everything. They have eyeliner, mascara, not just regular mascara, not just black mascara, they have colored mascara, they have blush, they have eyeliners, they have brow pencils, they have foundation, they have powders, they have highlights, they have bronzers, they have eyeshadow quads, duos, and singles. Like, they came with nail polish and everything, eyeliner pen, eyeliner pens, pencils, eye pencils, the whole shebang. Like, they didn't do it slightly. They didn't say, oh, here's a soft release. No, them come out and say, oh, we're there, turn up the ting, time to represent Gucci. I'm gonna say, hello, I'm gonna turn up the tings, I am here. So I am definitely going to check out a couple more things, but I'm going to do a review for you guys for the Tom Ford palettes, the quads, and then the Gucci stuff when all the other ones come, and then, well, not all the other ones, the two other things, and then the NARS lipsticks, because I know people are really interested in that. And I'm so glad you guys like my reviews. I put a lot of effort into my reviews. I don't like to half-ass things, so I put a lot into my reviews. I'm so glad you guys realize that. And to show your support, please share these videos, you know, favorite, like, so people can see the videos and enjoy the reviews as much as you guys do, hopefully. So yeah, that's my haul. It's such an exciting haul. I can finally like dig into these things now, but I'm so happy. This makeup look is coming up in a tutorial. It may have already gone up. If it did, I'll post the link. If not, I'll link it when it becomes available. But yeah, this is Makeup Geek stuff, so I'm gonna do that review too. That's coming up. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I thank you so much for supporting me and liking my videos and watching me, because you don't have to. You took time out to actually watch my videos. So thank you guys so much. I love you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.